Okay guys, the next part is statistics. All of the information right here is so good. Great pieces of information. Also this page, and it talks about your box and whisker plot, and then what the mean, median, mode, all of those things should be very familiar to you. The calculator will actually find all of these pieces of information, and this is how you do it on the actual calculator. The only thing that the calculator will not give you is the mode, which is the number that appears the most. And you can have no mode, or you can have more than one mode. And then range would be your highest value minus your lowest value from your data set. Those are two things that you do have to complete by hand. So I'm going to go through how to do this on the calculator. You've only probably done it, by hand, where you find the mean. You've got to add all of them and divide them by how many there are. For median, you order from least to greatest, cancel them out till you find the one in the middle, so on and so forth. But since you're in Math 1, you get the awesome ability to use the graphing calculator. So I'm going to show you this. So the first thing I did was I hit stat edit, and I entered in all of the values in just L1. You only have one variable data set, as opposed to a two variable data set would be like an ordered pair X, Y. So I filled in all of the numbers that the data gave me for the first round bowling scores. And then if you go to stat calc, since it's only one variable, we're going to do stat calc one variable statistics, and you hit enter, and then you can scroll through. It tells you what each of those different specific symbols mean. The first one is your mean. N means how many numbers that you entered in, so 16. That is your smallest value. That's your Q1, your median or Q2, and then your Q3, and then the highest value that you have. So you can just kind of scroll through on those. So your mean is 220, and your mean is your average. The median, you get your median by using your Q2. So I'm going to come down here, and it actually says my median, and that's 219. Your mode, it does not tell you, so just looking at the data, it looks like 195 is up there twice. And then if you see any other values, your mode is just where you list the numbers that repeat the most. Your lower extreme is the lowest value that you possibly have, and that's going to be your minimum. So that is 157. And then your upper extreme is the highest value, so I'm going to be looking for max, and that's 270. Your range is where you take the highest value minus the lowest value, so you have those right here, so you would just do 270 minus 157. And then your lower quartile, that's going to be your Q1. So your Q1 is 200.5. And then your upper quartile would be your Q3, and that's at 241. Your inner quartile range, I'll let you solve that, but it's just Q3 minus Q1. So you literally just subtract these two values. The other thing that I wanted to show you that was really cool, if you go to, I hit second Y equals, you can actually choose to graph a box and whisker plot or a box plot. So if I have it on, my plot on, I can scroll through here and make sure I choose this symbol right here, which is going to be my box and whisker plot. And then when you hit graph, I did have to hit zoom 9, which is statistical zoom, so that I could actually see it. And then if you hit trace, it'll allow you to trace through your box plot. So, and it can kind of reiterate the things that you've already found out from the other screen, like your minimum value is 157, your Q1 or your lower quartile is 200.5, there's your median, your Q3 or upper quartile, and then your highest value. And then that'll definitely make it a lot easier when you are creating your box and whisker plot on your number line. So you know that the lowest value that you have is 257 and the highest is 270. So you might want to start like at 150, and then depending upon how many, like you could do 170, 190, you might definitely have more than that. So 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, and then 300. And then, so your lower value or your lowest value is 157. So it's going to be about right here. And then your upper extreme is 270. So that's about here. And then your lower quartile is 200.1 or 200.5. Your upper quartile is 241. Your median is 219. And that's really the main information you need. So this part right here would make up your box. And then these are your whiskers. So that would be what it looked like on paper.